Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, boys and girls, and welcome to the Marcia Week Show. You just heard the national anthem of Barbados, and I'm holding in my hand the national flag of Barbados. It is indeed a beautiful night to be with you here on the Marcia Week Show, where we educate, we motivate, we mobilize, and we agitate. That's what we do right here on the Marcia Week Show. We have been having some amazing shows. I am telling you, I was so excited to be on tonight. Normally, you know that I would be in studio. Okay, I would be in studio with guests in the studio right there in town. However, we had some challenges with that location. So I am right back in my living room with you. And you know, this style is always great as well. I do miss the in studio, lots of technical issues, but nothing more than, you know, when you can sit face to face with people and have a conversation. So we don't have that tonight, but good night to every single one of you, and thank you for joining. Tonight we have a great show lined up for you. Tonight, first up, we have the young ladies, all right, or young people. And we have something called No Recipe. No Recipe, all right? That's what's happening tonight, all right? So the girls are going to be baking without a recipe. Anybody out there, you've ever baked without a recipe? Or you normally check, at least go check it. Some of us have the recipe right there on the phone or printed, you know, a recipe passed down through the years. Well, they are 12 and 14 years old, and they had no recipe, and they had to bake this cake. All right. So could you have done that at 12 or 14, 13, 14 years old? So we're going to look at that. That's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. So you don't want to miss that. You don't want to miss Elevate tonight. And then we're going to talk about St. Kitts. There's a lot going on in St. Kitts. Well, a lot went on in St. Kitts yesterday with our visitors here from Nigeria. we have some visitors or brothers and sisters from Nigeria, and they went over to St. Kitts, and there were some challenges there. So we're going to talk about that tonight as well. And then there's a very important segment that I want us to really pay attention to, and I hope we can have some discussion on it. And it has to do with whether this Ebola outbreak, is it orchestrated? Is it a true outbreak, natural outbreak, or is it orchestrated? I started to discuss that the other night, but I didn't get a chance to finish. And I believe that I'm going to take that chance tonight, because I want us to be a thinking group of people. And I don't have the answers to it, but what I want us to do is we want to throw it out. We want to think about things. We want to look at history, look at things that have been done before. Okay. And then see what is happening now. And then we want to look at the African Caribbean air links. So this is not the first African Caribbean air link. All right. So let us get that sorted. Make sure we understand that. But there have been some problems. There have been some problems over the years. And we had two situations in Barbados, and we had one in Antigua. And we're going to examine those. We had one in Jamaica as well. And I think it's important for us to examine all of them and see what are some of the challenges, and look at this air link as well. Africa to the Caribbean. It's something that I believe that Caribbean people, we're eager about it. And I'm sure it's not going to come with any, without any challenges. But I want us to look at history and to see how we can prepare and what we can do better, so we can connect with our brothers and sisters throughout Africa. All right. So that's what we're gonna talk about tonight. And we're going to look at some of the statistics, what's happening around the world with Ebola, etc. And I think it is very, very important that we do that. Well, at this time, let me just go and start to hail up my people. Judy, a girl called Judy, a girl called Judy Jilks. Judy, I think I'm going to see you, Judy, and Teroni like a macaroni. Hey, babies. Hey, babies. I trust you're feeling well. Hey, witness. Hey. Yeah. Wow, yeah. And I know Dr. Ferdinand is going to talk about that Guyana. The Guyana, the us being able to travel to Guyana with our digital ID. They didn't just say ID, they said our digital ID. All right. And I know he's going to go into that. I called Guyana today to get some information, and I will share it with him for Friday night. So we're saving that one for Friday night. Queen D, Marcia Miller, calendar. Marcia, I'm going to miss you on Sunday. I'm a big girl. You're not coming Sunday and bringing the grandson? Lori Bob. Lori, you're coming. Glory, ready for class. You're ready for class. Yes. Me too. Listen, when Dr. Aline was talking the other night, you should see me writing away. That man is a walking encyclopedia. Every time I see him, I can't stop thinking about Caswell. He reminds me of Caswell so much. Hey, Sherry Johnson and Beverly Prescott and Shirley. Patrick, how you doing, man? Wonderful. But you bake too, Teronia. You can bake without a recipe. And Judy started baking at 12 years old. Hey, Diana Husbands and Andrea Critchlow. Yes. So I hope I didn't miss anybody who came on early. Now, I'm going to ask you guys to like and share, all right? I need you to like and share for me, please. Important that you do that. Everybody take a moment and like and share. Coming up will be the young people, and they have no recipe, right? No recipe. That is the segment that's coming up. Elevate, no recipe. So everybody, please like and share. Yep. All right. So we're good. We're good. They're good. You could tell I am operating all by myself tonight. So please have mercy with me. You know I like to be transparent with you all. Okay, Andrea says I did never miss a share and like. That's it. So my job is to get the information from you all, put it all together, research it. I come on here, Maxine McLean and all of the other panelists, Dr. Aline, everybody, they prepare, they come on, and you like and share. Even when it's finished, you like and share. All right. All right. So, folks, I'm going to follow what Dave showed me to do tonight, and we're going to get ready to watch these young girls. Yes, thank you, Mavis. Thank you so much. And we're going to get ready to watch these young ladies in a minute. But before we do that, let me just kind of bring you up to speed on what is happening, what happened in St. Vincent. All right. So 17 Nigerians were denied entry by St. Kitts and Nevis. How many of you knew about that? This was yesterday. Yesterday. These are of the same group, right, that came to Barbados. As far as I know, there are over 200 Nigerians who came on that flight from Nigeria to Barbados. And 17 of them went over to St. Kitts. All right. And all 17 of them were reportedly denied entry into St. Kitts and Nevis amid heightened Ebola fears linked to the outbreaks in parts of Africa. Authorities in St. Kitts, they said the decision was based on guidance from health officials and precautionary public health measures. The officials say that this comes after reports that Nigeria's Center for Disease Control identified the country as being at high risk for Ebola importation because of ongoing outbreaks in the Democratic Republic of Congo and Uganda, and increased international travel movement. Importantly, reports indicate Nigeria has not confirmed any Ebola case connected to the current outbreak. This situation is now raising serious questions across the Caribbean. Are regional countries fully prepared for Ebola screening and response? What do you all think? Are some governments acting out of caution because screening systems are still being strengthened? As I wonder, is that what's happening in St. Kitts? Is it that they were not prepared for them? Antigua, they were preparing for their 25. Is it that St. Kitts and Nevis were just not prepared? Could this signal wider regional travel restrictions ahead? Now, let me hasten to say that I searched and I didn't find any statement saying that St. Kitts is unprepared. I am just asking the question, right? But these developments, They clearly show that the Caribbean governments are taking the Ebola threat seriously and are moving cautiously as international health alerts increase. Now, what's important about this story, as I read it this morning, is that the Nigeria Center for Disease Control, they identified Nigeria as being at high risk. And I remember this is something that Miss McLean, I think, no, I'm not sure. Somebody sent it to me on Sunday night, but we didn't get a chance to show that to you. But it is true. It's all if you search for it online, you will see that they're saying that Nigeria is identified as being at high risk. This is the Nigeria's Center for Disease Control. Now, what is important is that there is no confirmed Ebola case that on the flight or that anybody had Ebola on the flight. Let's be careful, because some people are calling it the Ebola flight. I don't want us to be reckless in those kinds of labels, because nobody was found to have Ebola on the flight. Okay, nobody was tested. Somebody's asking, where are the Air Peace passengers being housed, and if anyone knows. I don't know. We have a CMO here talking all over his face like he lives in Africa as a border control officer, knowing who travels where in Africa instead of putting safeguards in place of Barbados. Well, I know that Canada, the US, Bahamas, they have put travel restrictions in place for their countries. And St. Kitts and Nevis, they seem to be doing the same. Right? Somebody said they think St. Kitts and Nevis did awesome. Well, the reality is that if they were prepared on it to do the screening, then they probably would. It's called thermal screening, I think. If they were ready to do that and prepared to do that, they could have tested them or screened them, is more the word I need to use, and then they could have gone through. Don't you think? Yeah, they could have gone through, but they probably were not prepared for them. There's something missing, about this story and these preparations. Yeah. Somebody saying Jamaica has travel restrictions in place also. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. If you can send that to me, please, Angel Humble. Jamaica has travel restrictions as well. Thank you. You see, I come in here and I learn up to this evening. I didn't see that Jamaica had travel restrictions. Very interesting. Very interesting. Now, another interesting piece of this whole thing before we go to the children, they're gonna come on at 7:30. I just want to say that Her Excellency Juliet Bino Sutherland, I want to commend her for her her efforts in getting this plane to this plane full of Nigerians here in Barbados, and I'm sure she would have played a significant role in this air link being established. And she said we must not allow the fears of Ebola and all of that to take away from the significance of this. And she says the Barbados Africa Air Link is historic. And I must say, Your Excellency Juliet Bino Sutherland, who is the Barbados High Commissioner to West Africa, I will say that it is indeed historic. Yes. Now, my question to you, ma'am, is that if it was a historic flight, where were the senior officials? I know there were some officials from in the tourism sector, and you were there because you were, I think you were on the flight, and there is a lower level person from the airport, the duty officer was there, but there was no top official from the airport was there. And my understanding, I spoke at length with some workers there, and what they told me was that it was very different. This flight was very different. They got no prior information. Nothing was said to them about it. They heard that the flight might be coming in on Monday, which obviously they had the wrong information because the flight came in on Sunday. So they had no official information. This is what they are alleging. These are the workers at the Grantley Adams International Airport. And they said they said to me, Marcia, this is so unusual. Normally a flight like this is coming in, there's a lot of activity, flurry of activity and preparation, etc. That this historic flight is going to land in Barbados. As their account of it is that they were told moments before, everybody get a mask. And one person said in one of the chats, it was said that you need to stay far away from the plane. Now, this is what, if the government is watching, they can confirm these things. They can say whether they occurred or not. I am reporting what I heard from different workers at the Grantley Adams International Airport. And they were quite upset about it. They felt that what if nobody says that there was anybody with a with Ebola on the plane, but their question is, what if there was somebody on there? What would have happened to them as workers? The red cap, they were complaining that they weren't even told to put on a mask. They were among them, and nobody told them anything. These people could be quite fine, right? They could be quite fine. Her Excellency Gillette Bynner Sutherland. And I'm sure you're fine. You came off the flight, seem to have come off the flight as well. That's what it appears to us as. I don't know if you came with them. But so no top officials. The CEO was not there. And they said, Marcia, normally for something like that, the CEO is going to be there. Nobody under the CEO was there. None of the top brass was there. Then the Minister of Foreign Affairs was not at the airport, from what the reports that we got. If you were there, Minister of Foreign Affairs, and what we are saying here is not correct, we ask you to kindly correct it. Were you at the airport? This is a historic flight. It is a historic flight. Why wouldn't you be at the airport? I mean, things like these, it's so historic, and this is going to be a real legacy for the Prime Minister. This is something that normally, that they would be at the airport, right? You would think that she would be at the airport because she likes these kinds of things. But we didn't see her, and there was no speech given. So I don't know. I mean, it's a historic flight, but it seems to me that the government slighted this. They belittled it. They basically disrespected. It seems like to me the government and the officials at Grantley Adams International Airport, it seems to me that they disrespected the people from Nigeria. This seems like a big disrespect. While I agree with Her Excellency that it is a historic flight, but it appears to me that those in culture, the Minister of Culture, we didn't see the Minister of Culture there. We didn't see Mother Sally. When you don't see Mother Sally, when Mother Sally is not there, something wrong. Did anybody out there saw Mother Sally? Angel Humble is saying Minister of Tourism and his permanent secretary, CEO of BTMI, and none of them were present that we could see. No, did you see any scene? It doesn't make sense. Why would they disrespect the Nigerians like this? Or is it that they were afraid of something? I don't know. What do you think? Do you think they were afraid of something why they weren't there? Because I can't see. I mean, our prime minister is a huge Pan-Africanist, you know. You did you know that? Yes, no Tukman was there, no Stilt Walker, no Mother Sally. How you gonna have big entrance and Mother Sally not there? Listen, Mother Sally is present at all of these things. When you don't see, if you don't see the PM and you don't see Mother Sally, you know something, you know it's not historic. Nah. No steel pan. Yes. No guy, no Mother Sally, no guy on stilts, no red carpet for our visitors. What is this? I really think Her Excellency Gillette Bynner Sutherland should have a word with the government. Because if you came on that flight, you must would have felt a little embarrassed. Because you didn't have the fanfare. So if the government doesn't have the fanfare, what about what is citizens supposed to do? We didn't know anything about it. We just heard that it was happening. They didn't give us any education about it or anything. Yes, Colin Jones, you know that she likes the limelight. I really think the Nigerians should take up this issue with the government of Barbados because something is amiss here. Something is not adding up. Because I think it's historic. I agree with Her Excellency. It is historic, but they somehow the government did not move as though it was historic. And that is that yes, rescue beam. Oh, come on. Right. Where was the African garb designs and the Ankara fabric thrown over the shoulder? Rescue beam, we're flowing here. We didn't have the thing. We didn't have the Ankara, the thing. Where Terry Dave not here for me to throw mine over my shoulder. She wasn't here to throw it over her shoulder. I didn't see her. But we're going to come back to this a little later in the show because it seems like the government knew something that the rest of us didn't know. There's something that the government seemed to me, and I might be wrong. Right? I might be wrong, but if I'm wrong, they watch the show and I know they can easily correct it. And to let the people know that they probably were all out of the island or just super busy or whatever the case might be. Okay? Yeah? Yes. It was poor welcoming, very poor. They didn't get the Bajan welcome at all. And there's a reason. There's a reason. We would like to know why. We would like to know why. Why did they stay away from those Nigerians, our brothers and sisters? Not good. All right. Well, folks, we're going to move right ahead and we're going to talk about Elevate. And you're going to see the kids. And this one is going to be interesting. I need you to like and share. Don't move because right after that, I have some serious research that I'm going to share with you. I'm going to share with you that I wanted to share from the other night. You can't leave. We're talking about whether the Ebola is orchestrated or not. So you can't leave. All right? A lot of you, when you see the little children, you disappear. No, man. Watch the kids. All right? And then we're going to come right back. Okay? So here we go. Young ladies, and today we have them in the kitchen, y'all. And today they are doing something. They don't know exactly what they're doing. Look at their faces. They are trying to figure out what is going on here this morning. They don't know. And we have our co-host here with us, Miss Steffi. Hey, Steffi, say hi to everybody. Steffi, you know what is happening?
I know a little bit about what is happening, but last week they threw me in the fire and made me do feet, and now they throw me in the kitchen and make me do baking, but we're all in this together.
So you told them, you told them. So they are baking today. They are baking today. But the thing about this, girls, and I want to look at these faces properly. No recipe. Look at her. No recipe. Jalea, what's going on in your mind? Let me come over there and chat with Jalea. Jalea, you heard no recipe. What's going on?
I never baked without a recipe before.
Yeah?
I never baked without a recipe before.
You always bake with a recipe?
Yes,
How
please.
many of you out there bake with a recipe? Come over here, Gracie. No, you have never seen Gracie before. This is Gracie Bly, and she is a student here at Praise Academy. Say hello.
Hello.
And Gracie goes to the Lodge School. How old are you, Gracie?
I'm 14.
You're 14 years old?
Yes, please.
Okay, wonderful. Gracie, can you bake a cake without a recipe?
I can't even bake a cake, but I think, also making a cake then.
Yes, you're making a cake.
I think I should be able to do it. Like, I watch baking shows and stuff like that.
Right. So you're gonna hope that with watching baking shows you'll be able to do it.
Yes.
But you've never baked a cake before. Oh Lord, we look like we're in trouble. We look like pass the mic down there to Miss Kimora. You're baking a cake today without any recipe. Tell me how you think that is going to go.
Very badly.
Very very badly? Why is that?
Because I have never baked anything without a recipe. Well, cookies, that's different, but cake, no.
You've never baked a cake with a recipe.
Cookies like cousins to the cake.
Okay, so let me ask you something. Who here actually believes this cake is going to work? Who believes it's going to work? You okay? 2, 3. Steffi, have you baked a cake before? Can you encourage these girls?
Girls, I hate baking, but I'm gonna do it with you today.
Thank you.
So who's going to take which of these 3 girls are going to take the lead today? Who's going to take the lead? Wait, the youngest? What, you're going to take the lead?
Yes, please.
That's good. All right. So, all right, get started. Where are you starting? Where are you starting?
What to do first?
Take this bowl and you put the flour in the bowl.
Okay, so quickly. And how much flour?
See, put the flour in.
Oh.
I think you're supposed to measure the flour in that cup.
Yes.
Supposed to measure the flour?
Yeah.
2 cups. Oh my gosh, scoop it. Y'all scoop it.
Yes.
Is this so small?
Okay.
Alright.
All right. So they measure your so you
What's the measurement? 1 cup of flour?
It's almost like a...
Almost.
Oh, okay. So so can somebody else do something while they're doing that?
Sure. Who wanna do eggs?
Yes.
Come on, yeah. Eggs.
Oh wow.
eggs.
So what you doing with the eggs there, Kamaya? Kamaya, tell us what you're gonna do with the eggs.
You're gonna break them and put them in this.
Okay. So go ahead and break your eggs and put them in that.
Team leader, how
Yeah?
many eggs do we need?
2 eggs.
How much?
2.
Only
eggs,
2
come
eggs.
on.
Okay. All right. They said, audience, they said we only need 2 eggs for the cake. All right. Okay. So 2 eggs. Oh, you think you need more flour? You're whispering over there. You think I don't hear you?
If it has to fit like these 2, I think it has to.
Yeah. So what Grace is saying there?
I think you have to do bigger portions to fit these 2 things.
You have to do a bigger portions to pick those two things. Okay,
Yes.
okay. So Gracie's calling more flour. So Gracie says her reason for that is so that, yeah? That's okay, that's okay. Yeah? Yeah? Okay, okay. Yeah? So what else now, leader? You're the team leader. So listen, this cake, so these girls, so how many cups of flour did you put in?
Like 3.
You put in 3 cups of flour, and they have, show them over here, how many eggs?
2.
How many eggs? 2 eggs, okay? So, and you feel good about that? Tell me how you feel. You feel good about that decision?
Yes, please.
And you think this cake is going to come out great?
Yes, please.
Okay, so what do you think is the next step?
Milk in the eggs.
You're going to put some milk in the eggs. Okay, so you got milk on the table there. But talk loud, we won't hear.
Okay, I would think they should whisk the eggs first, so then it's
With the
easier to.
sugar and the butter.
Okay, so what you want to do it in this?
I think you're supposed to put the butter and the sugar in this first.
Okay,
and then
so the butter and the sugar goes in there. Okay, well, do your thing. So you're working as a team, right? Oh, so they move that out the way now.
Alright, so we can start with the wet bowl.
The wet bowl. Oh, phew. Gracie, you watch a lot of cooking shows.
Yes, I have to do something in my free time.
And you like cooking shows?
I mean, yeah, like the competitive ones.
The competitive ones. Okay, okay. Well, so here it is. So how much sugar you're using? What is that? What's on that?
1 tablespoon.
Let the audience see what is on it. You say 1 tablespoon?
Yes, please.
1 tablespoon is there. All right. So, okay. So they have 1 tablespoon of sugar. How much more sugar you're putting in?
A lot more.
A lot more.
Yes.
They say, Gracie say a lot more. So we're putting in a lot more.
That's 4.
That's 4?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So 4. So 6. 7.
Diabetes.
What is it, Steffi?
Diabetes cake in here.
Diabetes cake. Listen, a lot of you old ones are out there, you know, not going to be able to eat this cake. Diabetes, so you so much sugar. Well, anyway, they have to determine. So they had 3 cups of. They have 3 cups of flour. They have how many spoons of sugar?
10.
10 or what?
Or 11.
10, between 10 and 11. All right, so they are making it up as they go. 10 or 11 scoops of spoons of sugar, and now they are going to. Oh, you're using that for that too. Oh, so you use that to measure out the butter. Gracie, that's how they do it on the shows.
I don't know. Like
You don't know?
improv, it works. It's a spoon.
You can make it work.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're spooning out the butter. What about if you let me see something here. You want to try this one? Maybe go a little faster. All right, let's see if this works. I am. Oh,
I'm so sorry.
oh wow! But you listen. You almost killed the camera. You almost killed Otiza. Huh? Otiza is behind the camera, and you're throwing butter on Otiza. Huh? I don't think you like her. So Otiza here ready for dancing afterwards, and they're throwing butter on her. So they are spooning out this butter now. Boy, so how many of you still believe this cake is going to be great?
I still believe it's going to be great.
You still believe it's going to be great? Gracie? Gracie, you start to doubt. You're a doubting Thomas right now. You having doubts? Why are you having doubts?
I think it's gonna be like dry. I don't know. It just
Why?
feels like it just.
What's going on here?
There is no way it could be dry with so much butter in it now.
Okay. All right. So how many spoons of butter you put in?
A lot.
3 spoons.
3, and you're happy with that?
Yes, please.
Okay, so you're happy with that. Okay, wonderful.
Team leader, I have a question. Do you think maybe then we have to add more eggs because we have so much sugar and butter?
We're not asking them anything.
I'm not supposed to.
No, leave them. This is their cake.
I'm supposed to be on the team too.
This is their cake. So let them.
Come
They
on,
want to
Gracie,
do.
get in there.
That is how much they said. Gracie not owning this anymore.
Do we have to try this after we
Yes. You have to eat it. You have to eat it and share it with. You're gonna share it with those who come to dancing as well later.
Okay.
Yeah. So what are we doing now? So anybody ever use a mixer before?
Mm-hmm.
So what is it for?
to mix it?
Oh, I was wondering.
All right, let's add one more egg.
So Gracie, you want to take that then, or who's taking that to use it?
I don't know. I haven't
Come
used
over
it.
here.
I haven't used this before.
Oh, that's all right. So that's why you're using it on the show. So you've never touched a mixer before?
No.
Oh, well. Wow. All righty. All right, so that's as much as you're mixing it? You're done mixing it? How much you mix it for about what, 30 seconds?
You have to mix it more.
Okay. You have to mix it more, Kamara? Why, Kamara, why?
I'm not sure why. I just saw it on Google.
Oh, I see. Okay, well, look what's happening over there. You're putting some milk in the eggs?
Yes.
Oh, you're spooning the milk in the eggs. Okay.
You want to do this?
You could do this.
Okay. And how many spoonful of that your mixture you're putting in?
This is 1.5 tablespoon. Oh wait, no, 1.5.
Yes, it's a half teaspoon. So you're using a half teaspoon and you're putting milk in the eggs, in the 3 eggs. Okay. All right, so milk in the 3 eggs, and these girls, they are convinced this cake is going to be really, really great. Listen, those of you at home, did you hear? They have 3 cups of flour, and they have 3 eggs. It was 2 before, but they decided to put another egg, and they put in 11 scoops of, okay, what's that now?
This is vanilla essence.
Vanilla, hey, go girl, vanilla essence. Yes, that's Jalea. And Jalea, you're still convinced this cake is going to be delicious?
Yes, please.
All right. So you're a person, you're a very optimistic person. When you're,
That's enough.
That's enough. Gracie, what's Gracie?
No.
What happened?
People at home, you know how much vanilla gets expensive, and like you don't want to be pouring like the whole thing. I think.
Oh, because it's expensive.
Yes, I think it's a good just to put a little bit.
Huh? It's a what?
Yeah, never mind.
Right, but so you don't. It's not too. It's too much.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's good now. That's actually a good amount.
Okay. So what are they going to be doing
They're
now?
mixing it now.
They're mixing it?
Yes, please.
Okay. All right. It seemed like you needed a bigger container for that.
I think so.
All right. So we're going to try, and you hold there, but talk to them, and let me get a bigger. We're going to get a bigger container for them. Listen, these girls here, oh my lordy,
So keep it going. So I'll show you a little trick of the trade. When you have a little small bowl, you can hold your wrist at an angle. Oh yeah, you see? So now you're cooking with gas. So you want to try that? There you go. You can turn it on now, baby girl.
All right. You've ever used one of those before? So, Gracie, there's a lot of teamwork happening here, right? Do you see teamwork happening here? Mm-hmm. tell me, what do you see? When if you say teamwork, what aspects of teamwork do you see happening here?
Well, I'm doing like cleanup duty, you know.
Oh,
so
you're
we can
on
clean
cleanup
while we
duty?
go.
Is it only cleanup duty though? Because you are telling people when it's too much or whatever.
Yes.
Because you have experience from TV, from watching
Well,
TikTok
yes, and
videos.
I also bake too.
You
But I
bake?
don't bake cakes like muffins and like
Yeah.
like banana
Keep
bread.
going, keep going.
Yeah, continue. But so she's mixing the butter and the sugar, and then Jalia's mixing like the wet mixture. Right.
So it's going good so far.
Yeah.
You think it's going good so far?
I mean, I still want to eat this.
You
but
want to eat it? But listen, Gracie, you want to eat it. But you started off this show saying this cake is going to be good.
I just pictured it better in my mind.
In your mind?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, wow. Nice. Steph, what's going in your mind right now?
I'm enjoying this process.
So you're reading something there. What is that you have in your hand? You have baking powder. Listen. And what you're gonna do with that baking powder?
Put it in here.
Okay, you're putting the baking powder. So she's putting. All right. So you're measuring it. Hold a minute. Hold a minute. Calm this way. No, hold it. So hold a minute. So what is this? Why did everybody run off this set a while ago?
Because the baking powder is supposed to go in the flour, not in this.
So you put the baking flour in the eggs, in the egg and thing. But okay, and you think she made a mistake?
Yes.
Okay, and Gracie, what do you think, Gracie?
I think baking powder is what makes it isn't it what makes it like rise it, right? And I think she put a lot. That's all I have to say.
Oh, so your concern wasn't that it went into the egg and the sugar. It's
No.
because you think it's okay to go in the egg and the sugar.
Well, usually you like put the dry with the dry, and then you would mix the dry into like the wet. But I don't think it's that big of a deal. But she put a lot. That's it.
Okay, but so she had the baking powder in the eggs.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So folks at home, watching at home, so these girls are making a cake. They have no recipe. They use 3 cups of flour, 3 eggs, 11 tablespoons of sugar, and they use 3 teaspoons of milk, and they use a heap of baking powder that they poured in So okay, so I'm hearing salt. So this is salt. This is salt. Let me see. Is that salt? And where's the salt gonna go, Kimaya? Where you putting the salt? Oh, you're putting the salt in the flour? Okay, so that's Kimaya.
I got a question. We're doing another salsa basa?
No, this is it.
Oh, okay.
Why you ask a question?
No, because I think we do all of this here wrong because
Well, I just think it looks dry. That's it.
we didn't know that it had salt.
Okay, so what does that make? Why is that necessary for you?
I think the salt is what makes it sweet. I don't know.
The salt helps you with the sweetness? Okay, okay, the salt helps with the sweetness. Okay. So Kimoya, how much salt you putting in? How much salt you putting in, Kimoya? Oh, 3 of what?
1/8.
Okay, so you're putting in 3. You're putting in 3 of that. Okay. 1/8 of a teaspoon. And what is that you have there, Kimora? What it says?
Nutmeg.
Nutmeg? And how much nutmeg you're putting in?
1/8 tablespoons.
1/8. Oh, 3 1/8. Oh, she got this. 3 1/8 tablespoon of nutmeg. All right, you go, girl. Listen. No, let me come over here to my girl. So my girl. How long you mixing that thing for?
2 years. Until it not this consistent.
Oh, you're looking for a different consistency? So you are right now, so the audience must remember, right now she is mixing 3 eggs, 11 tablespoons of sugar, and baking powder, a heap of baking powder, and that's what she's mixing right now, and she's mixing it to make sure it's the right consistency. And over here, that's ground spice. Ground spice, and what you do with the ground spice right now? How many you putting in?
2.
2? You're putting in 2?
Yeah.
Okay, 2 1/8 teaspoons. And what is that you have in your hands there now?
Cinnamon.
Oh, what's it?
Cinnamon.
Cinnamon. Okay. So go ahead with your cinnamon. And you're putting in your cinnamon in that. All right. Gracie, what you thinking? Gracie, I see all kind of things going on in your head. What happening over there, Gracie?
I don't know why our wet mixture looks like the dry mixture. Like it just, I don't know. I don't.
You're concerned that this.
It just looks really dry. Like that's supposed to be the wet mixture, and it's gonna go into the dry. Like imagine how dry it's gonna be if it already looks like that.
So how do you?
I think they need more milk. We use like no milk at all.
But you had 3 teaspoons of milk.
Yeah.
You think that's enough?
No.
Okay, so she's using the measuring cup and going again. And Kimoya, what are you doing now? How many you putting in?
I don't know.
You don't know how much?
1.5
That's
cup.
about a half cup?
Yeah.
Okay. And okay, so she's pouring the milk inside the egg and the baking powder and the sugar, the 11 teaspoons of sugar. All right? All right.
What?
You can go ahead.
Grace?
Yeah, that's good.
Oh boy, Grace, what is going on there? What's Grace? Grace, what is it, Grace? You look like you're breaking down. Grace, you're losing it.
It just looks disgusting. Like, I don't want to eat this. Like,
Grace.
It doesn't look bad. It just doesn't look. It looks like it's breaking a little bit.
Right,
It's not mixing that well.
It's not mixing. So you don't want to eat it.
No.
So Grace has said she doesn't like the consistency of it. She want to. All right, Kimoya, what are you doing?
I'm mixing all the spices inside of the flour.
All the spices into the flour.
Yes.
Okay. And you put okay. And Gracie is moving things out the way. Gracie is a sous chef. So Gracie is cleaning up and and so on. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
This look like vomit.
Oh Jesus! What you said? Tell the people. Tell the audience. Tell the audience what you said.
This look like vomit.
It look like vomit. I don't understand. Look at it. Audience, that look like vomit to you, audience?
Is it watering different?
So if it is too wet, ladies, what do you think you need to do now?
Add more flour. Oh no, we just mix it in.
You've never added the flour yet. So there you go.
Yeah, so I gotta put.
No, we're not telling you. You're figuring it out. You are figuring it out. Okay, Miss Kimora, I
Make
think
Gracie put in some too. She has to
Kimori,
have.
come on.
She has to be a part of this confusion.
You
Come on,
take
Gracie.
this. You hold this here now. You think you're going down on camera, not involved?
It's getting better.
It's getting better. Yeah. You think it's getting better, and you feel you're looking more like a cake now?
Yeah, it's like a cake batter.
A cake batter, so it's looking good to you. All right. Oh. Okay, all right. So Kimora and Gracie, you see what teamwork does? Very good. So girls, they're working together. That's what teamwork is all about. But Kimora,
I like I'm doing something.
you getting? Are you a bit more optimistic now, Gracie?
Yes.
A little bit more now. But I can't hear what you say. What are you saying over there? We can't hear you.
We're just talking about the consistency.
And what about the consistency?
It looks like it looks more like dough. I don't know. Yo, I don't bake like that.
Yeah, okay. So what do you suggest? What do you suggest happens now? How can you rescue this? If you think
I think you should ask team leader Jalea. And yes, I would love to hear her input, Jalea.
Jalea, what should we do now, you think?
I think we should put one more egg in here.
You think one more egg could do it? Okay, well, do you think? You want some milk, she wants an egg, and she wants some milk. So let's go and think. So they say one more egg.
I'm just gonna pour in some milk at a time, and then see how it goes. Like, after a while.
So they've just put in one more egg. Wait, hold a minute. You mess up your hole on your pants? All right, Gracie. How it looking to you now, Gracie?
It doesn't look bad, actually.
Yeah, you look like you could eat it now?
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to taste it? Okay, go ahead and taste it then. Let's see.
What's lacking? What does it taste like?
It tastes like it needs more vanilla essence, quite not sweet.
So any sugar and vanilla? Because this does not make it sweeter.
You want some more sugar? Okay, so team leader says more sugar. And that was a good idea. Do you think it was a good idea to taste it, Kamoya? Did you taste it? What did you think?
I'm only tasting cinnamon.
You only tasting cinnamon?
Yeah.
Okay, so we are
Wait, let me
putting...
taste it then.
Okay, so Gracie's tasting it.
Tastes like oatmeal.
Tastes like oatmeal?
I don't know how to describe it. Like, it doesn't taste bad. It tastes like modestly sweet.
Okay.
That's
that's
good.
enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they put some more sugar in. And you thought it needed a bit more essence? So they're putting in a little bit more essence. So after this step now, Gracie, what do you think, based on what you've seen on videos? What happens next?
Oh, I think we're basically done.
We're done.
Yeah, just pour it into there and we're good.
You're pouring it into here. So we're just gonna pour it in.
Well, should we butter it?
I don't know. You have to tell me. It's you're baking the cake.
No, it's not. Julia, should we butter it?
Right, butter. You have to put the butter.
You have to butter it. So okay, so do it. Come on, dear Gracie, do what you need.
Can you pass me the napkin? The napkin.
Oh, he said that thing.
Okay. So what you gonna do now? You're gonna butter it now? Okay.
I'll butter this one.
Okay. So, and you can do that one over there.
Wait.
Keep going.
Wait, let me give you a.
No, thank you.
I already have one. Already got.
Okay. Okay, so Gracie, so you're buttering the pan.
I thought I just saw hair in this for a second. Wait.
You saw hair? You saw hair in the butter?
Maybe I just saw something.
Yes, it is. Something there. Just take it out. Yeah. Okay. So
I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna wash my hands real quick.
yeah. Wash your hands. Gracie don't want no hair in our cake. So Kamoya is buttering the pan, and you're using the napkin to butter the pan. And why is that? That's what you see mommy do?
No.
Or you just did that on your own?
There's supposed to be a brush for you to use. But
Okay, so it's like a brush. So you because we're at the school, guys, so they're making do with what is on the table. All right, and they're buttering their thing. Gracie's using a spoon to butter hers over there. Yeah, so Gracie, so need more butter, Gracie?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're buttering right now.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, eating more cake than
So what was that, Steffi?
this.
Yeah, what was that?
It tastes more better.
It's better? You think so? Okay, so everybody got to do a taste test. Everybody before it goes in the oven.
Jalea is tasting more cake and she mixing in this corner. You know, I'm watching you, Jalea.
How it tastes? It need more sugar?
no.
Tastes good?
It tastes, yeah.
It tastes good?
Gracie,
It
verdict.
tastes like cookies.
No, don't say it. Okay.
That's all right.
You'll need tissue to spray that around more.
Oh, that's true. I would have done it with tissue.
You heard team leader say you need tissue to spread the butter in the pan. All right. Kamoya,
So they're
Kamoya
spreading the
got
butter in the pan.
I think this is too much butter.
Okay, well, you make the decision. You make the decision.
Let me help you.
Just ask them what they're doing next.
All right, so you guys removing some of the butter out the pan then?
Yeah. I think the oven is supposed to be 450.
All right, so Kamoya said the oven is
250, I don't know.
250 or 450?
450. Yeah.
I'm not telling you, you're telling me. You guys in charge today. Miss Jalea, you're gonna leave this like this mixer like this. What if the cake was to topple over? Then what would happen?
Right.
If we got
No,
eat the cake
right.
off
No,
the
it's going
floor?
to need it. Yeah. Not down here. So what I want you to do?
Alright,
Okay.
so
Turn.
Kamoya scraping
them at the
out
same time,
the
and then I do this.
mixers. When I was a younger girl, this was my favorite part. I used to wait till my mommy take out the
I did.
eat it. That was my favorite. You get to lick it.
I get the whole
Yep, and then you get the whole bowl.
It's so good apple. And it tastes better when it big.
That's cool. You can rest.
What's it like?
All right, so we are pouring now. You guys want to go a little bit more center just to be on the safe side?
Let me see something. Unless the gas off. Check and see. I don't know what
Yeah.
to do.
Okay. Yeah. Try now.
I don't want to.
Don't forget, you're doing two.
Light it to drop it.
Okay. It came on a while ago.
Yeah, yeah.
Leave some space for it to rise because we put a bunch of baking powder in this. So leave some space for it to like rise and not like overflow.
Thank you, sugar.
So I would probably
We can't
pour
see
some
it.
of that
Don't see it.
because that one
I
looks
heard
full.
it. You see it?
Alright, so adjust it to it.
Yeah. If it's this one, is a... Oh, Kristen, do me a favor. Just clean move these things. Come in here so that we don't.
All right, so we pouring in. So what we doing? We separate. We evening it out now then? Smooth it down. Nice, looking good.
All right, so we were in the kitchen preparing the oven, trying to light the ovens. I think that probably people hear me. We're trying there to light that oven. Tick, 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 tick. That was the oven.
So what happened since you were gone, Auntie Marcia, is that we're pouring the cake in the pan now, but one was very, very full and one only had a little bit. And Gracie said, I think...
Wow, but look, you want to take the rest of it or somebody waiting to lick it?
Jalea, you know Jalea is waiting to lick it. See, she ran
Jalea, you want to lick the pan, but she's the baby in the group.
Jalea was waiting, but Gracie suggested that they have to put in enough to let it rise.
Oh, I see. Gracie, you learn a lot from TikTok, it seems. So, oh, wow. All right, so we are ready now for the oven, you guys think?
Yeah. Be ready.
You're ready for the oven? So who's putting it in the oven?
I just put one and she will put one.
Okay, Gracie put in the next one, so we're going to go into the kitchen. All right. Watch. Keep it tight.
Okay.
All right, so we're going into the oven. Yes. Uh-huh.
You guys are gonna help decide when it's gonna.
You tell me. How long you think it should bake for Gracie?
I don't. An hour. At least.
An hour?
Yeah,
Come here,
at least-
Kimara.
yes.
Come, Kimara. Come with this still. So, Kimara, you're here. Look, Kimara, look what you with it. Watch them with the bowl. Lick it out the bowl. The same thing that they said it's going to taste bad. Huh? Huh? The same plate. So come right here, Gracie. We're finishing up our shoot right here. Okay. So for right now, because we're not finishing, but I want to talk to you all about something here right now. Okay? Now, listen. What you seem like you are so satisfied right now. Huh? You know what?
Hey,
Come,
got
you,
to make clothes dirty, but it's
listen,
not his
come back
fault.
out here, man. Come back out here. You all come back out here. Bring that bowl and come right back here. Listen to me. I want to have this conversation with you all. So, back with the bowl in your hand, because you know that's how you do it at home, right? Hold the bowl, right? So, Gracie, did you lick the bowl yet?
I did it before all this happened.
You did it before all this happened?
I'm so good, thank you. I don't really like eating batter like that. I like eating like the finished product.
You like to eat the finished product?
Yeah.
So let me ask you something. Anybody learned any lesson today from this? When this was going on, I could see, Gracie, the camera is on you. Let me ask, Gracie, what lesson you think you could learn from this?
Okay, I think it's easier said than done. Like, I've been watching like cooking shows and I'd be critiquing everyone like I'm the chef. But now I feel like, you know, doing it in person, I could just be less judgy.
Less judgmental, because
Yes.
and doesn't that happen sometimes, girls? Doesn't that happen sometimes? We see people do things and then we judge them, right? Or somebody bake a cake for you and then you start to say, well, you know what? That cake tastes really bad, and you judge people because you weren't involved, right?
Well, no.
Well, if it's bad, they had a recipe. This time we don't have a recipe. We have the excuse that we don't have a recipe. If your cake tastes bad, I feel like, you know, you just gotta like learn from our tutorial.
Yes.
You know, go with the flow.
What can they learn from the tutorials?
Try new things. Yes, find your own recipe.
So you're telling them from the tutorial they need to find a recipe.
Well, no, I'm saying like, if stuff is not working out for you, it's okay to like try new things.
Oh, I see where you're going with this.
Yes.
So you're saying that what that taught us today is that you can try new things. Things might not be working out for you,
Right.
so you have a plan. It's not working, but then you pivot.
Right. It helps with problem solving. Like as you saw, we thought it was too dry, so we added more stuff. Then we thought it was a little bit too wet. So you just have to like work it out. Yes, experiment.
You have to experiment. What do you think about that? The idea that when things in life, say just like what happened here, because you know life doesn't come with any recipe. You know, we don't know how your life really is going to go, right? So things happen in life. Bad things happen in life, and so what do you agree with Gracie in some of the lessons learned here today? Tell me, explain.
Like I agree with her. So like as you're trying to make a cake, like we with no recipe, do not be like Grace and decide to add a whole bunch of milk.
So you're saying don't be like Gracie to add a whole bunch of milk. But hold a minute. But how about who put the baking powder?
The baking powder and the extract.
And who put
The baking
so you
powder
are
is supposed to go in the dry mixture.
I didn't know that.
But give Kimoya the mic. Kimoya, what are you telling?
The baking powder was supposed to go in the dry mixture, not the wet one.
And not the wet one. Yes. So now we start on the blaming game on who did what. Right?
You're on my side, right? No, actually, never mind.
So you start. You start. But I thought you were a team.
We are,
Yes,
but
yes.
But what?
nothing.
Well, so Jalea, when you made that mistake, Jalea, how did you feel when you realized that the girl said you were not to put the baking powder in the egg and the sugar? Well, how did you feel?
I don't feel like I don't mess up, and like I don't just want to start it all back over.
Okay, and that's what. Do you do that sometimes when you make mistakes?
Sometimes.
Yeah. When you make mistakes, sometimes you feel like you want to start over things. But did you feel a little bad?
A little bit.
You felt a little bad. You felt like you made an error. Right. And when you make mistakes, Kimora, sometimes you feel like you want to start over, or you feel like you want to give up. What do you do?
I'll start over.
You start over, literally start over.
Yes.
Yeah. And you get frustrated sometimes?
Yeah, very much.
Very frustrated?
Yeah.
Give me an example of something you were working on. I know you like agriculture, right?
Yeah.
So what about like if you plant something and it not growing, or give me one of your examples of something you're doing and then you realize it's not going the way that you want it to go.
If I plant something and it's not working, I'm just gonna take something and take out like the seed and throw it away.
And throw it away. So how many of you tried, Gracie, do you keep trying when you make mistakes? Pass the mic to her.
I just give up, honestly.
You give up?
I give up. Like, I just feel like not everything could be for me sometimes. But then also, I think it's good to, I don't know, it's good to learn new things, but yeah.
It's good
or I take a break. So if we mess this up, if I messed this up at home, I probably would have like taken a break, maybe 1 or 2 days, and then I'll come back to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, so you would have probably listen, you still at this thing, girl. You still at it. They still, but that's what happens. Isn't that what happens at home when most of you parents, when you bake your cake at home, the kids, they want the batter, right? And Julia is 12, all right? So Julia is 12 on camera and off camera, right? That's good. Julia, is there anything else that you learned today from this?
I learned that if you make a mistake, don't just give up instantly. Like, keep trying and trying until you reach it. Or if you feel that you can't reach it, like, just, for me, I would just keep trying until I give up.
Yeah. Gracie, when you feel panic, because I saw you today, when you started to panic. You started to panic today. So I want to know, when you feel pressure, do you panic or you normally stay calm?
I usually stay calm, but like mentally, I panic. But I think I can't...
Explain that to me.
So I can't really control my facial expressions, but like I can stay calm. Like I won't get like crazy, but in my head, I kind of gave up a little bit.
You gave up a little. But Gracie, you were the one who you raised your hand. You raised your hand, and you said that you raised your hand and you said you believe that the cake is going to be great, right?
Yes.
And so then you just started to break down, right? You just started to...
I don't know what was going on. I just wanted to raise my hand. I didn't know if it was gonna turn out good or not. I thought we were gonna get help from Auntie Marcia and from our kind host behind the camera right now. Yeah. I thought we were gonna get help from them, so I was like, how are we gonna fail, But seeing that it was just gonna be us three, it was not that bad though. We did good.
You did good. So you started to panic. You started to panic when you realized that it's just you guys, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But what kind of when you think about this kind of pressure, was this a lot of pressure today? You thought?
A little bit.
You were under pressure?
A little bit.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how much? 10 being the highest.
I could say a 4.
You're about a 4 pressure today. What do you do when you feel pressured? Like you're at school and you're in a pressuring situation. What do you do?
Sometimes I will sleep to get over it. Or if I at school and I feel pressure in a class, I just can't sleep in the class.
You can't sleep in the class. You better not.
So I just talked to one of my friends about it, and I said if they could help me, and if they do, they will talk to me and tell me if you feel pressure, do this and do that.
So your friends help you when you feel pressure.
Yes,
Kamaya, was today pressuring for you?
No.
You didn't feel any pressure? Not at all. But when you feel pressure, what do?
Go to sleep.
You go to sleep. So you're like Jalea. So when you feel pressure, you go to sleep. Wow. But if you're at school, what do you do?
Isolate myself from everybody.
You isolate yourself from everybody. So you go quiet.
Yes.
When you feel pressure. Gracie, when you feel... What are you all laughing at over there?
She's still eating this. I keep on trying to take it away. It was good, y'all, but it's not that good. It was okay.
It tastes like cookies.
It tastes like cookies? Yeah, but you like it?
What me want?
You taste like oatmeal cookies. But did I ask you, what do you do when you feel pressure? What do you do, Gracie? You go to sleep too if you're home? And if you feel like you're under pressure, what do you do?
I get kind of annoyed when I'm under, like if someone tries to pressure me, it just makes me feel like, why you, like it just, what are you doing, you know? But yeah, I just get annoyed really quickly.
But if
I didn't feel pressure today though.
You didn't feel pressure today. So, but if you are at, say it's not somebody, but it is like your schoolwork or how do you respond to that?
I don't know. I think I just like get my work done. Like, I think I get really motivated to just finish it and get out the way, so I don't have to feel pressured.
Because you don't want to feel any pressure at all. Yeah.
So I just try to get it done quick, and then make sure it's done good and quick, and then let it go. Yes.
Okay. Now, Julia, you had put up your hand to be the leader, right? And then there were some times it looked like you weren't too sure what, nobody knew. But the times you did not feel too sure what they were supposed to do, and you are the leader, what were you thinking?
I wasn't really thinking nothing. All I was thinking, because you say that we have to share it with our the other people that is come and dance. So like when you say that, I was a little nervous because I didn't know how the kid would have turned out.
Oh, and then your name associated with it. Then you get ruined. Yeah? You get ruined. Yes, man. Listen. So listen, let me ask you something. Because I asked you about the mistakes too, but do you think that young people are afraid to make mistakes?
Yes.
They're afraid to make mistakes?
I think so.
Yeah? And why you think that is?
Because like say as like a 8-year-old make a mistake, like they would just go there's like so many thoughts in the head. What if mistake, how I could get over it, if my mother gonna beat me.
Yeah, so they have a lot of mistakes, right? So they worry if they don't want to make mistakes. But a situation like this where you didn't even know what it was going to be, right? You came in, I heard you're making a cake without a recipe, and you know you're going to make mistakes, right? Yeah. But let me, Steffi, what do you want to say to these girls in terms of lessons and so on?
We had a great time, and what the people in the audience didn't see is how many places we were all at one time. So I keep disappearing and somebody else keeps disappearing, and this was excellent teamwork, not just making the cake, but behind the scenes. But this is my question for you girls. How did it make you feel in terms of confidence? Because we came in, we didn't know what we were gonna do, and we did it. So do you feel great? Like, do you feel confident about yourself and your abilities?
Yes, I feel like I try this at home.
All right. What about you, Kamoya?
Yeah,
You will try it again?
kinda.
You gonna invite me? Yeah. Okay. What about you, Gracie?
I felt good. I don't know. I mean, I did cleaning crew, sorry. So I did the easier job, but they did amazing though.
She thinks she did the easier job, but if we make her clean up after the show, then she's not gonna think it's that easy. What's that?
I have dance. I got it. I don't want to get too dirty.
They get an excuse. They have dance after, so it was. So she doesn't have to worry about it. So it's good. So sometimes I know when we're doing things, we don't always feel very confident. We have Ortiza behind the camera, and we were kind of trading and exchanging. So when you're not feeling confident, what do?
Sometimes I would got so many thoughts in my head, and then I would just. When I got thoughts in my head, I cry and then force myself to sleep.
You cry and then go to sleep, and then when you wake up, you feel better. Like you feel like I can handle it now. Mm-hmm. What about you?
Go to sleep.
You go to sleep too. Was it everybody going to sleep on me? So when you wake up, you feel better?
Yeah,
Yeah, sometimes.
all the time.
All the time. So when you wake up, you feel more confident. Like I could handle it now. What about you, Gracie?
I don't know. I don't even know if I feel like, I don't know how I feel if I feel confident or non-confident. I don't know.
You don't know if you feel confident? So, all right, so you go into an exam, and you have to do an exam, and you feel like, I don't know any of these answers on this test. What do you do?
I just get like into problem solving mode. Like I was steady. Okay, I have a bad like exam study. Like I just like study the night before, like for like a few hours, like crazy, and then next morning sleep, get it in good. Then like maybe 30 minutes of studying again, and it's good.
You heard what I'm hearing? Sleep. Everybody took a nap when they're trying to problem solve. So I think after this, I'm going to go take a nap, and then we're going to turn it back over to Auntie Marcia.
But guys, we're going to take a break, and then we're going to check on the cake, because we've got to taste this cake. So we're you're all excited. Who excited about tasting the cake?
Jalea.
Yeah, Julia.
Well, let me ask you something. The last question. Do you think that life comes with instructions?
No.
Doesn't come with instructions?
I'm not sure.
You don't know. Gracie, you think life comes with instructions?
I mean, I think life comes with like rules and like laws, but not really instructions. So probably no.
No.
Right.
No. What about you? You think life has a recipe, like, you do this now and do this later?
No.
No.
Because at the end, you don't know what you're going to be coming up to. And, like, only God's know, because, like, from now, you don't know what's your future. You don't know, like, if you can make it into a farm, for a farm, second farm, first farm.
Mm-hmm. You don't know. You just don't know. Yeah, it's a faith thing, right?
Yeah.
It's a faith thing. And Kimoya, you know what faith is?
Yeah.
Tell me, what is faith?
When you believe in something.
You believe in something?
Yeah.
So that's how like Gracie started out saying she know this cake was going to be like amazing. This is going to be amazing. And then she's like, oh, this is disgusting. It's but faith is when you believe in something. And so in life, because life doesn't come with any recipes. We don't have recipes in life. So therefore, to live your life, you have to believe every day that it's going to work out, right? Yeah. You're going to have to try new things.
Yeah.
Yes? Yeah? And don't give up.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Yeah? And then the very, very last thing, everybody has to say one thing the main thing that you're going to take away from today. The main thing.
Do not put baking powder in the eggs.
Do not put baking powder in the eggs. Okay, what about Gracie?
I don't know, y'all. Like, this feels like a fever dream right now. Like, I don't really know what's going on. I don't know if I learned anything. I think I had a fun time, though.
Yeah, the fun time. But anything apart from the baking, is there anything you can take away as a person?
Yes, to not give up.
To not give up.
Yes.
To not give up.
Even when it's not looking that good.
Even when you're like, you want to throw up.
It looked like tuna at one point, y'all. Like.
And how about Jalea?
Do not add a whole bunch of milk. Mainly it's tick.
Oh boy, they're having something here. So don't add a bunch of milk. Gracie, what happened, Gracie?
You could always add more flour. I don't think you could take away the baking powder, though. I think that's always going to be there.
But the baking powder don't make no difference.
Yes, it does.
No, it
makes it
Make
rise.
it rise. And you're not supposed to put a lot. You're supposed to use
I
the
didn't put a lot.
Yeah, wait, hold a minute. We haven't. Excuse there. So you are saying that you think it was okay to put as much baking powder as you needed to put. Mm-hmm. Okay, and you're saying Grace is saying no, right?
I think yes, no, yes. That's why we have recipes. Stuff needs to have like an amount to use. You can't just pour. I think milk though, you could just like add more. You can make it a bigger portion. I guess you could do the same for baking powder, but she has something she wants to say. I think.
What you want to say there?
Do not add more milk after the look earlier. Do not, because Grace got mad. You can't turn out like vomit and nobody ain't gonna want to see it.
But you saw it.
Grace, they say you can't go turn out like vomit.
It looked like vomit before I added the milk. After I added the milk, it looked like a beautiful vomit. You know?
I think that the milk and the egg helped.
Yeah, repeat.
I think that the milk and the egg helped.
The milk and the egg.
Because before it was looking
Okay, so the milk and the egg. Okay, but so what this says really is about teamwork, right, Gracie?
Yeah.
So she had in the baking powder. You suggested more milk. You said somebody said add another egg. Who said add another egg? Jalea said add another egg, and yes, and then you said to mix it in, and that's teamwork, right? And that's one of the things that we learn about teamwork. Okay. That we keep working. So we're going to take a break right now, guys, and then we're going to come back, and it's so the tasting is going to be the eating, and oh, look at Gracie, oh, excited. We're going to have a good time, right? Yes?
Yeah.
All righty. Hey, people. I am still smiling. I'm still smiling and watching it. And was such a process for them. Before the show is up tonight, if you stay with us at the very end, we're going to show you what the cake, how the cake came out. All right. How many of you out there think the cake came out good? Do you think it is going to be good? Give them a thumbs up. I think Kamaya said she's watching. Are you still watching, Kamaya? Somebody say I fill up my pans. Oh, and you don't use any baking powder. I know you all have your different recipes out there. The object of this lesson, we could easily have given them a recipe. You know, somebody said might be. Somebody said a thumbs up that they think it's going to be good. We could have easily given them a recipe, but there was a lesson to be learned, and the girls nailed it. They took a chance. It's risks. Doing something on camera. They don't know what they're doing. How is it going to turn out? Yeah, somebody said they love the interaction with them. Hey, Kamaya. Hey, Kamaya is watching, and Kamaya is the one from Jamaica. Kamaya, and I'm so glad that you're watching, and I think people seem to enjoy the episode tonight. Great job, Kamaya. Yes, people think that. So we're gonna at the end of the show we're going to show it again. We're going to show the end, and you'll be able to see whether it came out how it what happened really. But before we move on, yeah, I'm just reading some of your comments. Sharon is saying it's going to be good. All right, Kamoya, don't tell them how it came out. Don't say anything. Don't say anything, Kamoya. Kamoya is doing so well, so very well. It's a pleasure to work with her. And you see how she kind of took charge in the end, and like she started to remember what she sees at home, and she's like, listen, do this thing properly. And so she started to remember, and and that's what happens a lot of time. Pedro said it burn. Oh my gosh, Pedro. Pedro, you have to say the words. Pedro said it burn. Oh gosh. Oh my God. We don't have the guys tonight. I'm a big girl was wondering, well, wait around to see. Wait around to see. Well, we don't have the guys tonight, and I told you that I was going to share with you about this timeline, all right? And the Ebola outbreak timeline. And I know we were having fun before. I wanted to really put on your thinking caps and tell me what your thoughts are about what I'm presenting to you. Now, I am presenting to you the facts as I found them online, okay? And I found when I put it on the timeline, it was quite interesting to see. All right. So the other night when I had put the timeline up, it said Ebola outbreak 2025. It should have said 2026. So I made an error there, and we went back and changed the date. All right. So the year is what is changed. So let's make that a little bigger.
So if you look on the left side, it says, guys, early 2026. This is January 2026. So that was at the top of this year. There's a scientist, Dr. Vincent Munster, Munster. If you're writing, taking notes, you can take a screenshot of this. And Dr. Vincent Munster, he is an NIH virologist and an Ebola researcher. So remember that. Right? He is an Ebola researcher, an NIH virologist, and he was questioned after there was he had some biological materials were found during his travel from the Democratic Republic of Congo. Anybody heard about that story in the news? Anybody heard about Dr. Vincent Munster? He's an NIH virologist and an Ebola researcher, and he was questioned after undeclared biological materials were found during travel from the DRC. The FBI is investigating. That's an actual case, folks. That's an actual case. Anybody out there heard about this? I'm watching the timeline to see if anybody out there, Sean, Carol, Pedro, anybody? Yes, that's Vincent, Dr. Vincent Munster. No? Nobody heard about it? Nobody heard. Okay. Well, that's what we do on here. You're learning about it from the first hand, and that's a fact. We're not speculating here. We're not making it up, right? So this is, if you go to search, you can find that. Now, the timeline, Pedro, Tanisha, and Carol, that's important, is January 2026. Now, one of the things that was important about that, what they found, right, is that, well, he was coming from the DRC. He was coming from the Democratic Republic of Congo, and that's where everything started. Okay, Rescue Beam said that they heard, right? Okay, all right. Now, pathogens, okay? All right, so now January 2026, the same January, a little later in January, guess what? Bill and Gates and Moderna and all of them, they decided that they were going to develop an Ebola strain vaccine, right, with the mRNA and the viral vector, which will be similar to what they developed for COVID. This is in the same January 2026. And it was going to be the Bundibugyo. Every time I say that, I'm not sure if I pronounce it right, but you know what I'm saying. The Bundibugyo. If it is African, you have to, sound out the syllables. Again, that's a fact. And I'm really slowing it down because I want you to get it. And I want you to go away and think about it and go away and research. Take a little time and you can do a screenshot of this and research it on your own. So it's in the same January, guys, Rescue BIM, right? Now, they wanted to develop, this is Bill and Melinda Gates and Moderna and the rest of, and some other pharmaceutical companies. They wanted to develop this Ebola vaccine for the specific strain. Guess what, guys? April to May 2026, there's an outbreak reported in DRC. And guess what? It's the same strain. It's so the same strain that they were developing in January. You following? So we're at April to May. April to May, the outbreak was reported. So this is now 4 months later, right? Okay. January, February, March, April. Well, 3 months later, March. 3 months later, in April, they reported that there was a strain in the DRC. Okay, so Tanisha is saying that it comes, somebody in the Congo said it comes from people who eat wild meat, the people who eat wild meat in a certain part of Congo. Yes, I've heard that as well. But I just want to show you this timeline here, you know, Tanisha, that you could go away and you probably can share this with them and you can look it up yourself, because sometimes you have to go behind the story. Now, May 23rd, 2026, the WHO raises international concern. Right? So that's a few days ago. The World Health Organization raises concern over the Ebola outbreak in the DRC. And they said that this is of international concern. There's a risk of cross-border spread. Which is interesting. The reason that is interesting is that there have been many strains of Ebola, you know, over the 40 plus years, and you know, within a 40 plus year span, and there have been outbreaks, but they have remained localized in Africa. Why is the WHO now saying that there's going to be a there's a risk of cross-border spread? Did they say that in the last time? I don't know. And then May 24th, we would have heard from St. Vincent and the Grenadines. You heard from Antigua, and you know, about, you know, or they're making ministry statements about it. May 25th, McCullough Foundation, they gave an expert perspective. This is Dr. McCullough. Some of you would have remembered him from, he's been on the show actually. And, you know, he's a very well-known doctor in the US. Had to testify before Congress about COVID. He says 40 Ebola outbreaks since the 1970s. Not a single one ever became a pandemic. Even the largest in 2014, where there were 28,000 cases, it was contained. Why are they thinking it's going to be a pandemic? Could it be to sell the vaccines that were made 4 months earlier? That were being developed 4 months earlier? Possibly. Could that be a reason? Now, this does not, what I'm presenting you on here tonight does not negate what Dr. Hines have said about this this virus and how dangerous it is. All right. Some people, you know, they might see this timeline and they say, well, they put it together, so it doesn't mean anything. You know, I don't need to take any precaution or whatever. The point is that there were, in 2014, you had 28,000 cases of Ebola. Okay. And of that 28,000, quite a number died. Okay. So even if it's a hoax, somebody saying, if this is a hoax, not the virus. The virus is real. What we're talking about is, we're asking, is there any orchestration? Is there any man-made orchestration? Right? We heard from COVID, they talk about gain and function. Are we going to have that with this? Is this why they're thinking that it's going to cross borders? It's very interesting. It's very interesting. Why the global alarm this time? Why the WHO concern? Why the international concern is more the question. Who benefits from the fear? And what is a real risk to the Caribbean? These are questions that I'm putting out there for us, we're adults, to sit down to answer them, to try to answer them. Think about it. Did we have any cases of Ebola outside of Africa before? Anybody knows? I didn't see any. Oh well, apart from the nurse and the doctor who caught it, I think it was a nurse, Pedro, from the US, and then the nurse was cured. And are governments telling us the full story? Are the governments telling us the full story? Andrea says, I understand the virus is real, but there are other agendas at play. Yes, it may just be that they didn't achieve their goal with COVID. Just be careful as much as you can. And that's what I want us. It would, I would do you a disservice if I didn't bring this information to you. I just give you the facts that I know, and what you can do, you can take the information and you can take what is here. You can even screenshot this and poke holes in it. Say, Marcia, you missed this out. This wasn't done properly. You missed this time. If you think something is wrong with it, what I want to do is to give you information on the show in case they come with a vaccine. In case, because the point that people are not going to spend $26 million on vaccines to look at them. Yeah. Nobody's going to make the vaccines to look at them. The vaccines are made for them to be sold. These people are business people. Moderna, Bill and Melinda Gates, all of these people are business people. They need to make some profits. So be careful. Be careful out there. Be careful. Think about it. I recommend highly that you take a screenshot of this. Yes, regardless of the underlying intention, the facts are there. The virus is active, deadly, and it can get out of control. Well, if the fact that people are being killed, it's right now in Africa, it is out of control. Those are our brothers and sisters. And it might be another plan. The word there, Tanisha, is saying pandemic to make more money. Okay. However, I see a lot of the people who are being skeptical are also being skeptical of the virus itself. Don't underestimate it. Okay. So some people like Judy feels that, you know what, it's a smart way to get others now who they did not get vaccinated. Remember that majority of Africa did not take the vaccine. When we went to Kenya, can I tell you this? And we asked them about the vaccine and COVID, they laughed at us. They laughed at us. Majority of Africa did not take that COVID vaccine. They made their own remedies. They made their own remedies. They laughed. They said, listen, COVID can't come anywhere near malaria. And they have malaria and go to work. That's what the guys were. They said, oh, please, we have malaria and we are at work and we're doing what we have to do. COVID, oh, please, that was nothing. They laughed at me. Did you wear mask? Mask? They were laughing. So could it be that they're trying to, off of suffering? They're making money off of suffering, right? Right? So, but rescue beam, I think that's why if they're working in a environment or at the hospital, and someone has the virus, from what I've seen, as you know, I'm not a medical doctor, but from what I've seen and what I heard Dr. Hines said, they have to put on the hazmat suit, right? They have to put on the suit, the suit up. Even when that nurse, I think had it in the US, that's how they went in all of these suits. Okay. So, they didn't have a lot of deaths. Not from COVID. Not from COVID. Yeah, not from COVID, Tanisha. It was quite interesting. Dave and I stood there looking at them like, what? They were telling us what they were drinking. And they were saying, we were drinking this, we were drinking that, we were doing that. Yeah. And they felt that they were fine, and they didn't have these whole lot of deaths. Remember, at the beginning, Melinda Gates, she said she didn't want to see all of Africa laying down on the ground dead. And guess what? They were not. They were not dead at all. And they were moving. I was talking to people in, I can't remember which of the countries. And they said, a Belgian woman, and she said, but Marcia, people are up here in the wherever it was in Africa, and they are up and down and moving about, no mask, no nothing, and they're just living their life. Yeah. Yeah, sunlight is important. Vitamin D is important. Now, there is what I also found, what I also found is that there is a doctor, Dr. Vladimir Zelenko, who I think he's passed now. He died. But he was saying that zinc and the ivermectin and so on, that it may, as Dr. Hines says, you could take all these things, it's a virus, it could penetrate it, but he was saying that it could. So if you get the hydroxychloroquine, ivermectin, and zinc. Now, this is what they were, there were some doctors who were pushing that for COVID. And there was a time when we couldn't even say ivermectin on YouTube, or they would shut you down. I lost my accounts because I said that word, because they did not want that information going out, that you could actually take that. Okay. Yeah. So, you can, again, all of these things with what Dr. Vladimir Zelenko said, discuss it with your medical doctor. Hydroxychloroquine, ivermectin, and zinc. And nothing is foolproof, as Dr. Hines said. But I'm sharing that with you because I found that as I was researching. And do you all think, as I close this segment here, Do you all think that some of these things might be done to destabilize Africa? Do you think so? I wonder sometimes. I wonder. I wonder if Africa is being targeted. I wonder. I don't know. Pedro said no, he doesn't think so. Okay. I'd love to hear what you all think. Do you think that this is strategic? There's orchestration in this? I mean, when you think of a flight coming from Nigeria to Barbados, we should be celebrating it, shouldn't we? We should be celebrating it. But we can't. Not even our officials were celebrating, because as people are there's amount of fear there. We should be celebrating it, but because of this Ebola thing, we are hindered. Our celebration is not at a high level, because we can't embrace them 100%. They should feel that they could come and go to any of the Caribbean islands, don't you think? Yeah. Pedro says that Africa is already destabilized. Okay, so you don't think it's so. I don't know. I don't know either. Keith Badmore says we were betrayed before by those we trusted. So trust and truth is that is lacking when it comes to what the authorities tell us. The COVID vaccines didn't deliver what they promised. It did the opposite. Hogan Yalu says, yes, Marcia, the DRC is extremely rich and the foreigners are fighting for those resources. Okay, that's one view. Somebody says the DRC is already destabilized. Dalton is saying phase 2 always follow phase 1 when the desired goal is not met. Greed is the money game. I don't know, but I just know that I feel that I wanted to take this time when I realized that we weren't going to have a regular show. I still was hoping that Mr. Strickland could come on. I gave him the link very late because I was still trying to figure out what we were going to do. But the guys are not making it on. Yes, and Angel humbly saying, why should we be complacent? The whole world is on alert. I've been told that Jamaica is, they are restricting flights as well. Canada is, and also the US is as well. I'm reading my phone as people are sending me things. Okay. All right. So that is that. Let make sure you get I would love to know if you found anything else and you can send to me about this, whether you believe it was an outbreak or an orchestration, please let me know. Send it to me, and I really want to know more about that. What is real? Real ISIS saying divine greetings. Go back to Bill Gates' speech about overpopulation of Africa against Europeans. Ah, okay. So this is all part of the plan. You think so? Pedro disagrees with you on that. He said he doesn't think it's about that. Okay. All right. All right. Well, we are going to at this time. I want to just quickly go through something with you, and then we're going to have you call in. A lot of you haven't been calling. You've been focused on who is on the show and all the information. So I guess we go through that sometimes. We're taking in all the information, right? All right, but let me go, and plus I have to show the kids at the end. But I want to. I think Miss McLean, I think is on air that she made mention of something that had happened in Barbados in 2018. How many of you remember when the Nigerians were here in Barbados in 2018? Anybody? Now there are some lessons here that we need to we need to go back in history. When you look at history, then hopefully you won't make the same mistakes. All right. And so tonight we want to look at history. We're looking at the Antigua Airways migration crisis that occurred between late 2022 and early 2023. We're going to look at previous incidents involving stranded Nigerians and Ghanaians in Barbados, and then the recent air peace controversies, okay? And allegations surrounding immigration concerns and why citizens across the region are increasingly skeptical and uneasy. Now, I want to say that asking questions is not attacking people, but there have been some things that occurred before, and you know, we want to look at history, as I said, and just look at some of what has happened, and hope we can learn from it, because I think it is so important that we are connected with Africa. I am one of those who believe that. And I'm saddened to know that the flight came here and we could not celebrate. As I said, not even Mother Sally was there, right? And, you know, history is important. Now, let's look at the Antigua Airways. Between late 2022 and early 2023, we saw that there were more through news reports, more than 900 West Africans from Cameroon, mainly from Cameroon, arrived on Antigua Airways charter flights. You remember that story? 2022 and 2023, more than 900 West Africans flew to Antigua on Antigua Airways charter flights. The flights were promoted, just like this one was, as part of a stronger Africa Caribbean connections initiative. But authorities later realized that many of the passengers, they were not ordinary tourists, right? So while we were trying to get connections, we want connections with Africa. These many of these 900 West Africans that went to Antigua, they were not your ordinary tourists. They found that the reports indicated that they were what you call conflict migrants, and they were attempting to use Antigua as a stepping stone towards the United States and elsewhere. And we know that that is what happened even with the Ghanaians, or wonderful Ghanaian nurses that come to Barbados, and we're thinking they're coming here to serve us. Think again. I mean, I was sorely shocked because we made friends with the Ghanaian nurses here because I love Africa. I love Africans. And only to realize that, oh, they really just want to go to America. Now, hundreds of this group of Africans, okay, were stranded, reportedly became stranded in Antigua. Some report refused government offers. Some of them refused government offers to return home. Instead, guess what? It is alleged that they did. They sought smugglers to move them illegally through the Caribbean by boat. So instead of them going home, the authorities in the government wanted to send them home. They wanted to be smuggled throughout the Caribbean by boat. And then there was tragedy. All these things, you know, sometimes, as I said, we have short memories, but we need to remember these things. Okay? One of the vessels that they were using for the smuggling, it capsized near St. Kitts during a smuggling attempt. The same St. Kitts that refused the 17 Nigerians. Lives were lost. So the vessel capsized near St. Kitts. Lives were lost and others disappeared. The Antigua government eventually halted the flights and brought in international agencies to, like IOM and UNHCR. And I forgot to look up what that stands for. Why is this important? Why is this important? Because through that short little story that I told you, it seems short to us, but in that short story, lives were lost, people were stranded in Antigua. They were left to deal with all of these people who were there that they could not get out of the country. And that experience showed us how quickly immigration systems can become overwhelmed, border security, diplomacy, and all of that, right? But let's go to Barbados. Barbados has seen this before. Something similar to what happened in Antigua. Because Barbados itself has experienced situations involving stranded African passengers before. I live in St. Philip, and I believe somebody can message me, but I remember that it was they were staying at a hotel here in St. Philip. Back in 2008, approximately 40 Nigerians and more than 100 Ghanaians reportedly became stranded in Barbados. You remember that? After the Ghana International Airlines ceased operation during what was supposed to be a short tourist stay. Do you all remember that? Because we forget, you know. Some were here and they remained stranded for months. I remember driving past the hotel they were staying at. You would see them walking, going to buy food, etc. Yeah. At one point, there were reports that some of them were staying at a military facility before eventually they were repatriated, you know, through the Barbados government and the involving Barbados and Ghana. And at that time, Miss McLean, she was the Minister of Foreign Affairs. But I believe it's something that they inherited because it happened in 2008, right? And that I think what I understand about it is that those negotiations started from before they got into office, and so that was something that she had to deal with, and it was a huge scandal. It was bad, but they came to Barbados and they were stranded. 140 people. And the thing is, again, I am saying, this is making it so difficult for us. Not impossible, because I believe we must look back on the history, guys. Why am I doing this? We have to look at the history so we can be able to make sure that we put whatever we need to put in place to ensure that this connection works. See the lessons we need to learn and make sure this connection with Africa works. It is important. To me, it's like connecting to your mother. It's so important. But if we're not looking at history, we're going to make mistakes. Then we have the December 2025 incident. Only December gone here, a few months ago. Right? What? This is about 5 months going, 6 months ago, probably 7 months ago then. December 2025. Reports emerged that approximately 25 Nigerians and other African passengers traveling on Air Peace, they became stranded in Barbados after disruptions caused them to miss onward flights to Jamaica. Did you all know about that one? How many of you know about the last December? Important. Anybody? I'm trying to check. I'm reading the chat to see if anybody people. December 2025. Now I know about that because I've tried to connect with what's happening online with Africans, and I saw that they were complaining. There was a lot of complaining that they booked with Air Peace to go to Jamaica, and they ended up in Barbados. And they could not go on to Jamaica, and they were very upset how much money they spent, And the Nigerian aviation authorities had to intervene. So that happened December 2025. And I'm just wondering, are our governments learning from past experience? Or what can we do to make this connection strong and seamless? Now we're at the current controversy. Right? So there were some claims that some of the passengers on recent flights were denied entry because they could not satisfy immigration requirements. That some of the travelers lacked proof of accommodation, onward travel, or sufficient funds, and some individuals were just flagged during the immigration processing, right? I'm wondering if we could go back and look at history. What do you all think? Mm. Now we dealt with the Ebola issue, where I think that we were not prepared for it. The airport staff reported, as I said at the beginning of the show, that they themselves did not, as far as what they told me, they were not prepared for it. Now we know there's no evidence that any of the passengers on the flights had Ebola. Okay, we need to make that very, very clear, right? Now I'm seeing there's something going around saying that some of the and those who are listening, they can go ahead and they can they can correct us if we're wrong, if it's wrong. But there's a communication being passed around about some pregnant Nigerians who came on the flight, that there are quite a number of Nigerians who are pregnant. Now that raises concern if it is true. If it is true, because you remember, how many of you remember that they were advertising that this was a place that you could come if to have your children, and you will get your child will have a Barbadian passport and will become a Barbadian. And I guess it's what we used to do. What a lot of Caribbean people would do with the U.S. They would go to the U.S. and try to have the baby in the U.S. You remember that? That was when that could work. That's not going to work now. That's another concern, human trafficking. So we have got to be so vigilant. Yeah, I am still sticking. Angel Humble, is my video sticking? Now, if it is true, and we need to get an understanding. I mean, has the government cracked down on that? Has the government cracked down on Nigerians or people in Africa coming to have their babies here? We're not making this up. That is what happened. We showed you on the show the ads. I don't know if Dave is back. I don't know if Dave can find any of the ads for us where they're advertising that you can have your babies in Barbados. Anybody remember? Who remember those ads? I'm saying with all of these things that happen, there's a caution. There is something that is not sitting well. How can we fix that? What policies can be put in place? Why is this advertising going on? And then, is it true that about, they're advertising that you can come and you can, they have a doctor who will do it here, just come, and you're how many months pregnant and you can have the baby, and right away the baby get a Barbadian passport. And they are not really interested in the Barbadian passport, that's a gateway to get to another passport. They want American passport or a Canadian passport or a US passport. They're not interested in Barbados. And that's a part of it. And that is a part of it that we have to do some education. I think education is a big part of it. Yeah. This is the ad, Dave. Yeah, play it for me if you can, if you're able to. We're not hearing it.
Barbados. The flight is moving next month. You don't need a visa. Yes, you don't need a visa. I just need to prepare some document for you if you want to go normally without a visa. Yes, and if you want to go with welcome stamp that allow you to stay for 1 year, just contact me. I will arrange the document for you. Do you know Barbados is a very good country? Do you know why? It is not racist. Barbados is very close to the US and Canada because it's located in North America. Yes, it's just like maybe 2 hours away. And for those of you that want to go to Barbados, there is a document I can arrange for you that will allow you to even pay one way flight ticket to Barbados instead of two-way. Because there's no country you are going to that you are going to stay for a while. You must definitely pay for two-way. You're going and coming. But I can arrange a document for you that allow you to pay one-way flight ticket to Barbados. And when you get there, you can stay in that country for 1 year and you can even renew it. And when you have that resident permit, you can apply a visa there to Canada. You can apply visa there to US or any country, Australia of your choice. And do you know if you become a citizen of that country of Barbados, you can travel to so many countries, you don't need a visa. You can travel to Luxembourg, Spain, Italy, Germany, France. You can travel to UK. You can travel to so many countries. You will not need a visa anymore. Barbados is not a racist country. Yes, Rihanna, the popular musician you guys know, is from Barbados. Even though the root is from an Igbo, is from Nigeria, Rihanna is mainly from Barbados. Everybody know that woman very well. She's a popular musician. And for those of you that want to go to Barbados, take this advantage of this flight that is moving next month before you hear fully book. Rush and grab the copy. When you have fully booked and you want to go to Barbados, you will need a transit visa. But this next month flight, you don't need a transit visa. It's straight from Nigeria to Barbados. Remember, for those of you that want me to apply for you, King Lodge got it covered. Remember one thing, to come to my WhatsApp and talk to me, it is not free. Yes, if you are not okay with my video and you want to talk to me one-on-one, consultation is not free. And for those of you that want to go to Barbados, take this advantage. Barbados is an English-speaking country. They are all black. Yes, for those of you that come and ask me, are they white or black? They are black people living in Barbados. Barbados is a good country. And remember, Barbados passport is extremely strong. Do you know if you're working in Barbados, you earn minimum of 1,100 US? That is the lowest. In a month, 1,100 US dollar. Those of you in Sierra Leone, Gambia, and Ghana, you can convert it to your local currency. Do you know if you're working in Barbados, you earn over 1.5 million Nigerian naira? You earn over 600,000 CFA francs. And the cost of living in Barbados is not expensive. It's not as expensive as many of those European countries. And Barbados' salary is better than many Schengen, many European countries you want to go. Their salary is better than Malta. If you're working in Barbados, you earn money more than someone who is working in Malta. You are earning money more than someone who is working in Portugal. You are earning money more than someone who is working in Latvia. Yes, Barbados minimum wage is very good. And for those of you that want to talk to me one-on-one, consultation is not free. You will love it. Congratulations for those of you that want to go to.
Hold a minute, Dave. What month was this? Look and see when it was posted.
There is an congratulations for those of you that there is an
look in the comment section. So you can take it off and check the comment section, because do you realize that I'd be very interested to know when this was posted, because if it is, then they were advertising for pregnant women to be on the flight. And they said this is a straight flight from Nigeria to Barbados. And they're basically saying how strong that they were encouraging, they were soliciting, they were selling to pregnant women. So it might not be so far-fetched that there were pregnant women on the flight. Dave, did you see when it was? Repeat. It's moving next month. So what months did you see any comments? We're trying to find out when the ad was placed. Dave, if you send it to me and let me send it to someone to check. Somebody else. I want to know before the show is up. Yes. Okay, I'm waiting on it. And then that is very interesting. Okay. Okay. So I'm sending this to, you know who I would normally send this to. Please check your phone. You will see it. And see if you can find out the date of the post, please. What is the date of the post? I sent it to Miss McLean, and I sent it to somebody else. I don't know if she's still watching. Angel Humble, check for me. Check for me when the date of that ad is. See, go through Instagram and see if you can find when the date is. Yes, play this one too, Dave. Thanks. What date is this one? We don't know. All right, go ahead.
Your babies or your baby in Barbados, do you really need me to list them for you? Barbados has one of the greatest medical facility I have ever set my eyes on. When it comes to attention, care, love, you get them all in your doctor and the hospital you have your baby in. And that means safety for you and safety for your baby. When I wanted to have Papa, Barbados was not even in my top 5 list because, to be honest, apart from Rihanna that comes from Barbados, I really do not know any other thing that has to do with Barbados. So I was very skeptical. When you guys had mentioned Barbados, I said, no, I'm not going to have my baby in Barbados. But then again, Barbados, okay, let me do a really thorough research on this country. And boy, oh boy, it's actually one of the greatest Caribbean countries you can ever visit. And not only that, Barbados has a very peaceful serenity. It is safe for you. It is safe for your baby. Your baby has a lifetime health insurance for him or her. Do you know with a Barbados passport, you can get access to over 148 countries? Ooh, scratch that. 166 countries as I'm talking to you. That means the passport is getting greater and greater and greater every minute. And in those countries include UK and Canada. For USA, you get 10 years free visa on your passport. Hey, and you're still sitting there. The best thing you can do for you or your baby is to have another nationality. Did I also mention that the Barbados passport is the strongest passport in the Caribbean island? No this and no peace. There are some countries you go to. I don't want to name them, but you know, as a pregnant woman, you will be sent back. Barbados is free to all Nigerians. When I mean free, it's visa free to all Nigerians. But there is a but. There is no straight flight to Barbados. That's why you need a valid UK, USA visa or a Schengen visa to enter into Barbados. In Barbados,
so this tells us while we're looking, but already this is telling us that the one that said that there's a straight flight, it's very possible that the one before, Dave, if you can put that one back up on the screen, it is very, very possible that they were advertising this flight that we just had and advertising for pregnant women to come on the flight and have your baby in Barbados. You heard it. So it is very possible that I'm hearing that there were 25 pregnant women on the flight. Is that true? That there were 25 pregnant women on the flight? Somebody read, all right then. The plot thickens. Oh my gosh. Let me see if any I want to get the exact date of this ad, because they're saying, listen now, the one before, which was 2023, saying that you have to go through the UK. This one is saying you don't. Okay, somebody working on it for me. We're going to know before the night is up, You know, I'm going to find out.
Congratulations for those of you that want to go to Barbados. The flight is.
Let me see if I play it, Dave. While you're playing it, let me see if I can help to figure it out. Somebody's looking at it for me.
Yes, you don't need a visa. I just need to prepare some document for you if you want to go normally without a visa. Yes, and if you want to go with welcome stamp that allow you to stay for 1 year, just contact me. I will arrange the document for you. Do you know Barbados is a very good country? Do you know why? It is not racist. Barbados is very close to the US and Canada because it's located in North America. Yes, it's just like maybe 2 hours away. And for those of you that want to go to Barbados, there is a document I can arrange for you that will allow you to even pay one way flight ticket to Barbados instead of two-way. Because there's no country you are going to that you are going to stay for a while, you must definitely pay for two-way. You're going and coming. But I can arrange a document for you that allow you to pay one-way flight ticket to Barbados. And when you get there, you can stay in that country for 1 year and you can even renew it. And when you have that resident permit, you can apply a visa there to Canada. You can apply visa there to US or any country, Australia of your choice. And do you know if you become a citizen of that country of Barbados, you can travel to so many countries, you don't need a visa. You can travel to Luxembourg, Spain, Italy, Germany, France. You can travel to UK. You can travel to so many countries. You will not need a visa anymore. Barbados is not a racist country. Yes, Rihanna, the popular musician you guys know, is from Barbados. Even though the root is from an Igbo, he's from Nigeria. Rihanna is mainly from Barbados. Everybody know that woman very well. She's a popular musician. And for those of you that want to go to Barbados, take this advantage of this flight that is moving next month before you fully book. To go to Barbados, take this advantage of this flight that is moving next month before you fully book. Rush and grab the copy. When you fully book and you want to go to Barbados, you will need a transit visa. But this next month flight, you don't need a transit visa. It's straight from Nigeria to Barbados. Remember, for those of you that want me to apply for you, King Lodge got it covered. Remember one thing, to come to my WhatsApp and talk to me, it is not free. Yes, if you are not okay with my video and you want to talk to me one-on-one, consultation is not free. And for those of you that want to go to Barbados, take this advantage. Barbados is an English-speaking country. They are all black. Yes, for those of you that come and ask me, are they white or black? They are black people living in Barbados.
They even have the march there. Don't you see us in there? Play it again there. We're famous. The famous. See us there? We're marching. We're marching. Yes, Pedro. It was April. Look at us. That's our march.
Black. Yes, for those of you that
whoa.
Ask me, are they white or black? They are black people living in Barbados.
Okay, Barbados. So we found out this was done very recently. In fact, the first comment was made on April 11th of this year. And even a couple of days ago, people asking for this guy's number. Right? He's asking for this guy's number. Even so, he's talking about this flight. So to understand who is on the flight, you got to listen. When you listen to this ad, you know who is on the flight. Whoa. Isn't this eye-opening? To understand who, this is how the flight was sold. So you're telling me there will be people here that are not back. There are people here who are going to be here for, it said you can come and you can be here for a year. You can have your babies here. I'm hearing there are people, I'm sure, people with criminal records and all of that who came in. They talk about a one-way ticket. So did the immigration process them with a one-way ticket? What is he talking about? Is that true? Wow. I tell you, We need to connect him. We need to reach this guy. Somebody need to reach out to him. This is something else. I wonder how many. Wow. So that means that there might be some truth to that rumor about the pregnant women who are coming big pregnant, they said. Whoa. That is major. I would like to know if the other Caribbean countries are doing it as well. That's interesting. Now, I'm just wanting to know, how can we get this connection really going? And it is something that makes sense, and it's something that could benefit both societies and not people using here for transit. You know, where they're just passing on to get somewhere else. They're really interested in us. It's not coming across that way. I'm sure there's some that do. This is, I say to everybody, Bajans, watch this ad. If you listen to this ad, you need to ask the ambassador of West Africa, how was this flight promoted? Who are these people on the flight? Don't you think so? Am I being ridiculous here? They need to ask. We need to ask, who are the people on the flight? Who are these people on the flight? That's what I think. It is a free for all, just not for the citizens. So can you imagine the human trafficking and all of that might be going on here? Not necessarily on that flight. Please hear me out. Not necessarily on that flight. So Sam Clark, he has more than one videos. Sam Clark, send the videos to us, please. Because this is important. I think it's important. Guys, what do you think? You think it's important that we get the ads? We need to know who is on the flight, who is coming here, who are the people coming here? Is this a real cultural exchange going on? I mean, that's what we want. We want a cultural exchange. We want the business. Well, I guess it's business. Some medical facilities profiting. So I guess it's business. So what, we're selling passports here? What's going on here? What is this really all about? Then there's a picture, Dave. If you look, you see I sent you a picture, and the picture has standing giving the press conference, and you will see the Afro-Exim Bank in the back of behind them. Dave, if you see that, put it up for me, please. Air Peace. There's some connection with the Afro-Exim Bank and this flight. So, Dave, if you check your WhatsApp, you'll see it. Thank you. Dave is back. All right. So he's going to show that to us now. Oh, it's true. Dave is showing me somebody. I don't want to point it out, but if you look at the picture, is there somebody in this picture that looks pregnant to you? Is there anybody in this picture? Pause it right there. Barbados, look at this picture. Anybody in this picture? God bless her. I hope she has her baby well and all is well. Is there anybody in this? You see anybody in this picture that looks pregnant? Is this thing could be real though? Go back to that picture. Dave is something else. I don't know if Dave caught that. Dave, go back to that picture. This is really something else, eh? What is it? What we really watching before our eyes, though? Who was on the plane? I think that is the bigger question. Oh Lord, help us. Wow, that's what they said, that there are 25 of them that's big pregnant, as we would say. And somebody sees this will say that I'm pushing hate against the Nigerians. No, I'm not. And I really hope that's not what's coming across. I really do hope that. That's not what's coming across. What I'm trying to say is this, that if we're going to do this connection, we really need to look at the past and learn from the past, and to find out exactly what is it we want out of this connection. What are we promoting? What what are we promoting? What are we promoting? What is it we want out of it? I can tell you, I was disappointed to know that those nurses, they didn't come here to to build up our healthcare system. That's not what they came for. They really want it is an in-transit point to get to the US, Canada, and other places. I'm a little saddened by that. And really, I mean, then all of these people will have a Barbados passport. I don't know how I feel about that. How do you all feel about that? No, they're not going to go to QEH. I hear my understanding, and I can be wrong. And if I'm wrong, somebody let me know that there is a specific place that they go to and a specific doctor that is doing it. I'm going to look into this so much. We're going to have to get deep into this. Whoa. Yes, people are going to go where the currency is stronger. It's true, Sean Cool. The question is, though, that can't we make it a little harder for them to have the Barbadian passport? What do you think about that, Sean Cool? Sean Cool, you think that we could make it a little harder? Well, while you think about that, look at the banner that, oh boy, Dave, your stuff is moving up and down. Dave? Okay, he's going to fix it. The passports is the problem. What do you all think about that? Do you think the passports, they need to ensure that the passports are not so easily, you can't get it so easily? Anybody up there? But if they had a baby, they're not going to be leaving right now. As the girl said, you can be here for a year. I think the passport issue, the passport is an issue. I understand people coming to live, and they could come and live and they could work because you have the program that the Prime Minister had implemented where you can work and live here for a year. But what about the passport? How you all feel about that? Yes, thank you, Dawn. I'm asking these questions that I don't know, but I want people to make the connections. I don't want to answer the questions. Because that's what's in my head. But I said, let me leave it and say who is going to come up. Don, come to the front of the class. Yes. So that's what this is all about. Wow. Well, Dave, you have it now? Thank you. Now, I know from doing my movies, right, that when you stand up, if you're going to give an interview, and in the behind you, you have your, what do you used to call it, Dave? We used to call it. I can't remember what we used to call it. Repeat. A stand-in what? Right. This is called a step and repeat. A step and repeat. And this is called step and repeat. Well, in the film world, step and repeat. But anyway, we call it banners. If you're standing in front of banners, Tanisha, Pedro, right? The bank, Afrexim Bank is there, and the earpiece, and they're getting ready to start construction. What do you really think is going on here, folks? What is Afrexim Bank getting out of this Nigeria trip? What could they be getting? Do you just sponsor something and not get anything out of it? What could they be getting? Let's think. Let's think. No, we don't know. We're here guessing. What could they be getting out of this trip? Out of this flight? Employees. Okay, somebody said employees. And remember, they have immunity, you know. So they could do whatever with that bank, under that bank. What else? What else you think that, thank you, Don. What else could they be getting out of this arrangement? I'm wondering. Yeah, that's the same place that we're talking about, Jacqueline, the Afrexim Bank. They're the ones that we gave the land to. Okay? And they seem to be a sponsor of this trip. They're getting money, but from whom? They're giving money, it seems. But from whom? Who are they getting the money from? Who? Don by nature says employees. That's a big possibility. Very interesting. This is an interesting one. The airline is owned by an African, a Nigerian. Pedro says that the Afrexim Bank, they're bringing in labor, food, and material. You know, I mean, where else we're going to get this kind of analysis but on this show? Because one of you sent me this, because I saw this earlier. I never saw the Afrexim Bank. It is somebody who watches the show sent this to me yesterday and said, Marcia, look what's in the background. Do you see why I can't take any credit? None of the panelists can take any credit for it. It's you guys that do it. You are the ones. I watched this and I never saw the connection. Pedro, I like that. Pedro is saying that's good thinking. Labor, as Don had said, possibly, we don't know. So we're guessing here. Food and material. Because they're going to want to eat the food that they like to eat. Whoa. This is serious. This is, wow, what liberty they have in this country. They have free land. You know, they have free land. I don't know if they own the earpiece. I don't think they own earpiece. Barbados to Lagos. It is owned by this fellow, I can't, Onemwa, which is fine. It's good that Africans are owning, that is owned by an African. I think that's great. No, we we know God is going to take care of it, but I think they're bringing in employees. Wow, development of a state within a state. We need to be very careful. Remember that you remember how many people, how many more citizens the Prime Minister looking for? Before you know it, you won't recognize this country. You know why? Your culture will be gone. I know I probably shouldn't be saying anything. I'm Jamaican, but I have to tell the truth. I have to tell the truth. I'm saying to you. Well, I guess if that's what you want, that's what you want. I mean, yeah, I mean, these are the people. Something is off. Something are probably on for them. It's on. Yeah, she wants 80,000. Wow. So that, and then with a passport, they can get the ID card. So they're ready for voting. Okay, there's a caller. Probably the caller can help me understand what is going on here. Good night, caller.
Good night.
Yes, can you turn off your device? Good night. Good to hear you, Raz.
I'm going. Yeah.
Yes, good night. What's on your mind tonight?
I'm doing that. I'm doing that, please. Yes. I'm glad you brought up these things to Barbados. Barbadians are very stupid people. They don't understand what's going on. If you happen to be a person who travels overseas, you would get to find out what actually happens is that the Nigerians are the most fraudulent people in the whole world.
Well, some people say Jamaicans are. Hold a minute, though, but don't do labels, because some people think Jamaicans are the most fraudulent. Some people think Trinis are the most fraudulent. So be careful of the labels, right? But I understand there's some scamming that goes on.
Truth to facts. Sometimes we have to be real to reality. If we need to live in the country that we live in, this is why we are having these problems that we're having. This is why we had the problem of the land going away, and only in the end you're hearing about it. Reality. Why would Affection Bank be upfront advertising? They are part and parcel of what's going on.
Yeah.
I don't know if you need to be a rocket scientist to know these things. We already saw what these people are advertising. This is not only advertisement here in Barbados. This is advertisement in Canada and all over that does these things. Reality is that this is a whole set procedure. We are seeing it like a playbook, piece by piece by piece by piece.
No pun intended on earpiece. No pun intended. Go ahead.
Yeah. So when are we going to wake up? We were calling for an extra term. This is the extra term. We are seeing the things of the term.
Yeah.
The things of the people. You can go all over Barbados. You'll find Colombians. You'll find, I don't know to say who. But you know what is strange? There's nothing for the Barbadian. We don't open a leaf here for the Guyanese. We are talking Caribbean trade, Caribbean free trade and free travel. This free travel, like it's only one way. However we say it, it's only going one way. Everybody's coming to Barbados, taking up the little things that the Barbadian people are doing and doing them in Barbados. And all we are hearing is that there are no jobs for Barbadians. There's big separation. Go to Bridgetown early in the morning and you see how many people in Bridgetown begging for something to eat. And then you'll wake up and realize what's happening in the country. Have a nice night.
Wow, sir. Thank you. Very sobering comments. Thank you for calling, Russ. Always love to hear you. Oh. Wow. So this is a lot to chew on. Do you all think? I mean, it's a lot to, we've got a lot to think about. Yeah. Yeah, they are. I don't see. We need to have a discussion on this, a serious discussion on this, seriously. And I would love to hear people with different, opposing views, etc. Right? I would love for that to happen on this show, because I am having a challenge. As much as I'm Jamaican, living here for 20 something years, I still I've learned to respect the culture. I've learned to respect Barbados. I've learned to, even if I travel, if I go to Jamaica and I hear they talking funny and say, oh, but we can't understand Bajans, I will say, well, it's not hard to understand them. It's their culture. I would never stand in front of a Jamaican and let them laugh at Barbadian culture or anybody, because you value people's culture, and that is what I'm most concerned about. I know others will be concerned about jobs, but I don't know why, because I'm so concerned about the culture and about you losing who you are. It just seems to me the Prime Minister is bent on getting those 80,000 people from wherever and however. See, we are going to Guyana to tell Guyanese you can come and just have your digital ID. You can have a digital ID, and you can, no passport. Like, I don't know what that is supposed to do, just to get us all, everybody. It's an ad for the digital ID. Yeah. Oh, my phone. Somebody send him. Listen, this is all hot off the press, I have 4 minutes. I have to show. Afrexim got free land already. Wow. I don't know. This gonna let me be up. I'm gonna be up tonight. I'm gonna be up. Me and Dave talking about this one. This is that's all I can say. Multiculturalism, is that what we want for Barbados? I mean, if that's what we want, I mean, it's going to be perfect, because that's what it's going to be. From my own country, there's so many people here. And we Jamaicans, we don't assimilate very, very easily. Wherever we are, that culture, our culture is so strong that it, you know what happened. I told you already, I go to Brooklyn and see white people lining up for jerk chicken. A long line. A whole set of white people in the line. We're going lining up for jerk. You go to New York, you in Manhattan, you see vans selling jerk. That's just how the culture is. It's very strong. It's very dominant. Oh, real ISIS, you talk real ISIS and just forget Mia said Barbados is going to be a melting pot of culture, so she threw away Bajan culture a long time. Bajans missed that memo. Wow. But at the same time, we want the connection with Africa, don't we? I think the connection with Africa is important. Wow. I don't think people realize who are the passengers on the flight. The global citizen. Yeah. Oh yes, Pedro. Oh yes. Oh yes. The WEF talks about a globe. Oh wow. We've got to talk about that on the show. I wonder if Dr. Ferdinand can talk about that. Oh, that was what was said in the Trevor Noah interview. Look how the people educated me. Oh boy. Oh wow. It's a world without nationality. So this is the 2030 agenda. You see? Do you see why I am wondering about the coinciding of this flight along with the Ebola? And I'm wondering if some of our leaders are in on what is going on. I don't understand. Hold a minute. Because this is the globalist agenda. It's a sustainable development goal. You know, I forget about that part of it, Pedro. Thank you. Thank you, Sonny. Africa is a continent, though, not a... Yes, yeah. Yes. Oh, ISIS. That's a word I've been feeling. I've been searching for the entire night. ISIS says, we want a connection to Africa, but this is exploitation. Oh, wow. I think this is what I want to say all night, that we want the connection, but there's something about this is not right. And it's the exploitation of it. Yeah. Barbados will be a melting pot of cultures. Oh my God. Well, that's what you all voted for, right? That's what you want, and that's what you're getting. 60,000 they brought in. They already boasted that in 6 months from the 3 countries, St. Kitts, St. Vincent, and Dominica, that they brought in 15,000 people. I didn't say that. They said that out of their mouth in 6 months. From October 1st until whenever they did whenever 6 months is here. What was that? February, right? October, November, December, January, February. No. March, April, May. Oh, April. In April, they told us that there were 15,000 people brought into Barbados in 6 months. I'll take this call here. Good night. Welcome to the Marcia Week Show.
Hi, good night, Miss Marcia Week. How are you, Mom?
Oh, I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Thanks for calling. What's on your mind?
You sound great. I like to look at things from the other side.
Yes.
Our white people, our politicians, our leaders, turn around everything. Our dreams, and you're Jamaica, you know, Bob Marley, man, our dreams was to supposed to go to Africa. But our politicians don't turn around everything and bring the Africans here. And got we like here in the dark. We dream just still to go there and see our mother, if not for slavery, we'll be there. If not for wrongs that happen in the world, we'll be there. We going back there to many Bible now come real. And our leaders are taking that way. They're just taking how to make a dollar all the time. And I know a lot of people that come here in this country from the same Africa, pregnant, get the baby here and go along back now. So you get the passport and everything. I know people that do that. I know it was for service. So it's just, I don't know what to say, man. I want our politicians to get on the right head and let me go to Africa. Let me go and see our motherland. And so those people coming here, we could be tourists there too. We should got free land there. Oh, they come here and got free land. We should go there and get free land and all thing. In fact, we got land there that's the last day put up there for us. Thousands of acres that he gave us up there. We should be going there. So the people coming here. That's how it should be. But this part there, everything just turn around. Everything just turn around for black people. Everything. All right, thank you, Mom.
Yes, thanks for calling. I can hear the frustration. We have to continue on because there's so much that got revealed on the show tonight. So Mia Motley is going to bring in the 80,000 people. However, she doesn't care how they come in. And listen, I'm Jamaican, so I've been here 20-something years, but I'm just being honest and saying, boy, at the same time, you can't really just open the door like that. I think you have to be careful, and that passport business is a problem. Why are you making it so easy for people to get a passport? Do you understand how serious that is? Very soon that passport will have no value. The same passport that they are advertising and tell people they have the strongest passport, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? Your passport will not have any value. Is that okay? I mean, as people say, people will go where the dollar is stronger. That's just life. And you have some wonderful people from different countries. But you still have to set something in place, though. But, well, I guess, I mean, she's recreating Barbados in her own mind and in her own image. And so, yeah, that's what it is. So that's what you voted for, and that's what you're going to get. A different Barbados. She said you won't recognize Bridgetown when she's finished with it. Remember that? She said, take a picture of Bridgetown, you won't recognize it. And I say that all of your culture, this will be a multicultural place. The multicultural Barbados. And because that says that they don't love the culture of Barbados. You do have a culture. Don't forget it. Yeah. Well, that's what you think, Rescue, but the rest of Barbados, they love Mia Motley, and they voted for her. They voted so that this country will be a multicultural society. That's it. What does that mean? What does that even mean? Wow, and time is gone away from us, and we're supposed to I did promise to play. Can I play the rest of the video now? Can I do that to see what happened to the cake? Give me a thumbs up. If even 2 persons give me the thumbs up, I'll play the video because I promise you to play it. All right, let's just check the little video to see. I don't think it's long because I made a promise. Okay, let's just close off with something happy. Okay.
I praise the Lord and break the law.
I'm gonna talk to Chris because I say I feel the joint.
Stop! I hate when you do that. You like scare me. Like you know how scary that is, bro. So horribly. I can do that. You know you do that right?
Hit the gar. Hit the gar.
Wait, do tamarind. Oh, not that.
Oh, Dave, this is the wrong one.
But that's not. But it's not like.
I think it's a wrong video.
We have to stop with the
All right, so we're gonna have to do this another time. We have the wrong.
It's just so old.
We have the wrong video set up. This is when they were waiting on the cake. So I will have to show that to you next Wednesday. I'm so sorry. But that will keep you in suspense to know what happened to the cake. So that is good because we're not doing any filming on Saturday because of Gospel Fest. So that served you right. So that you will get that. You're going to be held in suspense to know whether the cake got burned, what happened to it. All right, Gospel Fest 2026 bus excursion. We're preparing for that, and they're dancing there, so we can't do any filming. So I'll show that next week. Yes, thank you so much. Somebody says the connection with Africa is important to us. Africans do not. Oh, I don't want to end with that negative. I thought it was something positive. Oh boy, this doesn't look good. But anyway, folks, have a great night. Have a great night. Again, I apologize to the guys. We had a whole lot of things happen tonight and weren't able to do a regular show, and I'm hoping that the pensions, we will talk about that next week as well. All right, so God bless you, and we will see you on Friday night. Okay, bless you. Have a good night. Remember, we still need the bus to be totally full. So we have some seats left. Message me 236-7000. Message me, please. Okay. Gospel Fest is going great. Okay. Yes. Belize is a country. I said St. Kitts. I'm sorry. The 15,000 people are from Belize. They are from Dominica, and they are from St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Thank you very much. Thank you for the correction. Appreciate that. Pedro said the cake is in the garbage. You're going to see. You will see next week. Okay. All right, folks. So this is where we sign off for real. All right. Dave, I don't know if you have a song.
She stole us out with her sweet mouth. She says what she thinks you want to hear, but people, you must be aware. She's a devil in disguise. Everyone want to see her speak, but look at what she says and what she does. She's a devil in disguise. Murders all around, destroying the rich town, and she's flying all around like a superstar, borrowing what she can't pay back. What she think of people are smoking crack. She's a devil in disguise. She would play on your mind to gain your trust, but bet you like a knife and don't think twice. She's unscrupulous to the core, and everyone thinks she's heaven sent, but she's the devil in disguise. Look at what she says, look at what she says, and look at what she does, and look at what she does. A woman in disguise. She tells lies a lie, but lie does make it to the top, while the country is on the burial ground. The devil in disguise. This devil in disguise. This devil in disguise. She would hold lots of parties to get all the people behind she. But when the party done, she put taxes in your soul. She don't care if you're young or old, or you're coming in from the cold. She's a devil in disguise.